Sounds insane.
Hey, keep the dirty talk in the bedroom.
Oh, God.
There might be children here.
Honestly, if you are what is considered conventionally pretty and something that he has apparently either taken home or, well, not home, you know what I mean, or interacted with, and you want to do your own little sting operation, we don't care who catches him.
Be fucking careful.
Be careful.
Be careful. Because we don't really know this guy. We don't know him. We just know what he's putting online. So if you were a female and you were thinking about trying to get up and meet him so that you can get information, stay fucking safe. Because whatever's going on is not worth your life.
Yeah.
Because we don't know anything about this dude. We don't.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea to be armed.
Stay safe.
Hey, honey, I'm going to turn these down.
Okay.
They're cooking. They're boiling.
They're supposed to.
But yeah, straight up, like, we know what his type is now. It's slim, blonde women.
Mm-hmm.
So far, they've all been, well, the age range is pretty wide because I'm pretty sure he didn't think he was going to get with Ambry, but the one he's been hanging out with is 33, so.
I don't know what the fuck.
I wouldn't sit in his lap because I don't like syphilis.
Also, you don't like dicks, so there's that.
I don't know which one of those is more important. Which one don't you like more?
Dick.
Okay, just checking. I feel like I would hate syphilis, but I also don't like dick, so I understand the weighing like that.
Yeah, if any of you were going to try your own sting operation, be strapped. I'm not going to say not to. Be strapped.
Be fucking careful.
Tell your friends and family where you are.
Turn
Have
your
them
location.
hide.
Turn your locations on.
Yeah, I was
on
just
your
gonna say
phone.
location.
Yeah, and don't go the distance.
No.
Yeah, don't.
There's nothing worth that 2.5 minutes.
But statistics are statistics.
But you want to put him up for the night and you can keep yourself safe? Call the cops. Literally. Be like, these horses look like shit. Call the cops.
Honestly, though, I would say don't call local sheriffs. Don't call local PD. Get a hold of agricultural law enforcement. So get a hold of the Department of Ag. All those states up there have brand inspectors who basically deal with the same thing that Animal Health Commission does here in Texas. Every one of them can stop him.
Now, see, that's crazy because here in Ohio, the reason I say call the sheriff, we only have animal control and the sheriff. And usually the sheriff is who gets involved in livestock stuff. Like, it's crazy because we have a lot of livestock here.
I'm not opposed to calling local sheriff's departments, except the likelihood that they will address a crime like that is significantly lower being in a rural area. Like, statistically, like, you even look at rural Texas. Rural Texas, there's a lot of, I mean, shoot, my county's got 5,000 people in it, whole county. There are a lot of emaciated horses here that nobody's going to do anything about.
Sad.
Yeah, it's freaking miserable. But that's the thing. Ag cops, essentially, like, at the very least, they're going to have to check and make sure there's no transmissible diseases, because the condition of those horses lends itself really easily to assuming that they have transmissibles, and they would require at least a test, in which case he'd have to quarantine for a minute. Yeah, and that's true too. Sheriffs are not typically educated on equine health. And just because, you know, everybody romanticizes Wyoming and Montana as ranch country, it's still a tiny subset of the population that's actually involved in agriculture.
I mean, look at the other state he was in with their animal control officer. I use the term lightly because that person is uneducated. Said, oh, they look fine. And that...
Basically, that was a dude that worked for the city and picked up stray dogs once in a while when they couldn't get a cop out to do it.
Yeah, basically, that was like a, we'll throw you an extra $200 on every check kind of deal. Like, our guy is our wastewater management guy, and then if there's a stray dog, he takes off and goes.
Dogs or cats, or, oh, it looks like this, please call me, or if they weren't home. He didn't know anything. He wasn't trained in the field, because you could have ACOs that they might not be a vet tech or, you know, but they still get training. Like, this
Right.
is what animals shouldn't look like.
Right.
This is what this looks like. He did not. I did, which is, we're in Ohio, you have one appointed humane agent per county. You're allowed to have other people that work with them, and I was one of the people. I not only worked at the shelter, but I would work with him in cases, especially with livestock, because he had no idea. Probably, you know, pet a horse, let alone sat on one.
See, and like down here, we have the state split up into regions, and yes, you'll have in more populated areas, like Maureen, you were in Huntsville, they had more individuals working animal control because it's a fairly large city, you know?
They did, but at the same time, I also have found that animal control, depending on where you are, will or will not take care of certain things. Like our animal control, you could call them and say, hey, there's a dog running loose, and they say, we don't take care of that anymore.
That actually noticed, you know, when something needed to be taken care of and made it a point to do it. But like down here, in most rural regions of Texas, Animal Health Commission is who kind of deals with most of that stuff, and it typically has to do with paperwork. So like the Monday cattle auctions, TAHC's there, goat sales, horse sales, whatever, and the other stuff is left to animal control. But if they can't handle it or they're not willing to, TAHC sometimes can step in. Not all the time, but sometimes, and it's just a matter of what do they want to deal with. It's very subjective.
The horses don't know what sun bleaching is. Tobiano, he's got 2 spots on his head, a very white face. He's a very pretty spotted saddle horse, but a lot of people will think that he is bay and white simply because he is very sun bleached. Yes, one blue eye, one brown eye on the Pinto.
Yeah, and he's very, very distinguishable.
He is flashy. He's very unique.
You're not going to miss those markings. The face kind of looks like a skull.
Mm-hmm. He looks like the Red Dead horse.
He does.
He does.
You know, I didn't even know what Red Dead was until 2 weeks ago.
Spotted saddle horse on
I've been saying from the get-go that that's why he got him, was because he looked like a Red Dead horse.
I didn't even know what the hell that was until 2 weeks ago.
Really?
It's cool. Look, that game is so realistic. When it's cold, the stallions, their balls will shrivel up.
Hey, here's the thing, though. Somebody misled me and told me it was a game about ranching, and then I thought, man, I'm going to buy a PlayStation. And then they said, well, ranching is a very small part of the game. And I said, that sounds like a stupid fucking game. I thought I was going to have like the best
but everyone tells me
ranch.
it's a video game for horse girls. So
like Barbie Dream Horse.
It's a video game. You could be